Happy Monday. Hello. I wonder how many of y'all are up with me. I have to talk about this, and it has to be said, since these people, some of them claim that they are spiritualists. Some of them claim that they are powerful witches and warlocks, and they're children of Oya, and yeah, sure you are. Sure you are. Goodness gracious. And I'm sorry, I gotta say it. I have every right to speak my truth. And I have to say this. I really, really do. And I want to talk about what constitutes as, like, because I never would have thought that I've never actually had this problem before. What constitutes as a man having bad penis? I mean, I've experienced I've had a couple of few different sexual experiences, but I've had the worst. And I got to talk about it because there needs to be truth that is spoken. And yes, I did get Santa Martha's permission to come on here and speak about this and talk about it. And yes, it does involve the the rapist. It's so crazy. It doesn't interfere with the quality of spiritual work that I provide my clients, though, by the way. Shameless plug. Visit divineservicesapothecary.com and schedule your readings and consultations. Because I think I did something that I guess a lot of women can't do, I guess. And on a normal basis, I wouldn't be on here talking about this, but since um, Spiritually Naima, fraud, uh, Tina, fraud, all of them that hang in that group, frauds, since they have done so much and basically violated me sexually, being violated sexually by a group of criminals who are not validated at all. Okay, like that's why they're so angry at me. It's ridiculous. But I wanted to come and talk about this because I feel that it's important for people to know this, and I feel that it is important for especially women, because a lot of you women, I can imagine that you find yourselves in situations like that and you're under threat if you leave. For me, I am crazy like a wolf. I will walk away. I don't care how crazy and how much of a threat you are. And we just gonna have to battle it out and you gonna lose. There's a lot of women who apparently have been in abusive situations with men, and I think it's funny. I think that it's because of the sexual experience may be bad with that person. And maybe those women haven't had any other sexual experiences to speak of or to reference to or that they have experienced. So a lot of you guys will go through trauma. I've never been with a dude that, like, literally was just like drilling me psychologically, emotionally. Like, apparently, this is happening and this person is doing this. are trying to do this, can't do this to me, but trying to, right? Because apparently there has been a lot of those women that have experienced it, I think. And I think that is the only horse that they are riding, which is actually dead already and on the floor. But anyway, I've had, arguments with my mate. In particular, one of my hugest relationships was with my daughter's father, but he wasn't like that all the time. Like, it was like every once in a while, and I booked it up out of that situation like after the first or second time, you know what I'm saying? It just, and everybody should have those standards, women and men, okay? So I think that that's one of the reasons why there's so many women that become bitter. They start going towards other women, which is the case with a lot of the women that are stalking me. They just would never admit it, that they actually do have like a lesbianatronic obsession with me. Okay, and it's weird because they seem to all want to carry on the characteristics of a man. Okay, let me get to my point. There is a such thing as bad dick, bad penis, and I got to talk about it. Years ago, um, when there was one of the meltdowns to where these ignorant black people who are supposed to be worshiping Oya and Ochun. Ochun. No, no. Please stop saying Oya and Oshun. Please stop insulting those goddesses. Please. They don't have nothing to do with you. Okay? Nothing at all. Okay? Anywho, um, during one of the public debacles of the flying monkey slash agent, um, I basically referenced his penis and said that it felt like a rock, right? Let me elaborate on that a little bit more because, sex is a deal breaker. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. If somebody can't satisfy you in the bedroom, you should never be with them. And there's nothing that they can do because that is a biological thing. That is literally biology, and it is also human anatomy. Because one thing that I have stated to y'all before was that his anatomy, his Johnson, his penis is dry and crusty. And it's got like dry patches and dryness on the surface of it. It's very dry and rough, like almost like somebody took him outside and just drug him across the fucking concrete. Maybe it's just me and I'm extra sensitive in there, in my vagina, in my walls. And yes, I'm going to get detailed with this because this is important. It was horrible. It felt every single time, it felt like something or somebody was stabbing me with dry wood. I can't say knife because a knife would be unbearable. It was bearable, but it just wasn't pleasurable. And it was sometimes painful. And I almost felt like what I had to do was turn off because I can control my whole body. I had to turn off the receptors in my vagina because it felt like something, an inanimate object, was being pushed in there. And it felt dry. And I realized why it was never pleasurable for me. And it is because the surface of his penis is dry. It's hard to describe it, but you know what? For me, I am used to having filling down there. So all of us do. Women have sensor rings and receptors in our vagina. And if you sleep with a man that is literally dried up down there, like, okay, so I've been with other men previous to him, of course, not very many. I haven't had that many sexual partners at all, which I've had enough, okay? That's enough. You don't have to sleep with the whole world to know what you're talking about and to know your body, okay? I have been with two men since him, okay? Remember my friend in Georgia who, I wish him the best, okay? But my significant other now, who he's my hubby, you know what I'm saying? And both of them, but I'm not trying to compare. Like, let me, because I'm not gonna disrespect my man. Let's talk about my man. His penis is smooth. Like if you put it in your mouth, it feels like butter. When it goes inside of you, it feels smooth and buttery and soothing. That is good dick. That's good dick right there. Don't matter how long they last, they can last for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. As long as it feels just like, I don't know, a hot popsicle stick, like not a popsicle stick, ice cream cone, smooth butter, like butter, just the surface of it. When you put it in your mouth, it's like, ooh, that is what makes the difference between good and bad dick. The guy that's stalking me, I'm going to get TMI again, okay? You guys, okay? Because I'm a high priestess, but that doesn't make me a nun, okay? I don't know what y'all think of high priestesses. I'm going to share. I'm going to overshare with you guys today. I have given him that favor before, which he should have appreciated it, because when you do give that to him, it is dry and crunchy, and it literally is a hassle. It's a job. It's not pleasurable. It even several times made my mouth dry. Like, why is his penis so fucking dry? Like, it's so fucking bizarre. And like, I was so, like, y'all have no idea. Like, I don't care what he says. And like, I feel just fucking amazing. I don't care what the fuck is going on. I feel amazing as long as I don't have to have sex with that dude anymore. And I don't have to feel, and I'm not saying this because I'm upset with him. No, I'm telling the truth. I don't know what the fuck he gonna do. He need to go and get some kind of surgery or something. Like, why is it crunchy and dry? And come to think of it, he's the only man that has ever had that. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm just being honest with y'all. He is very differently different than any man that I have ever encountered or experienced in my life. Maybe he's a fucking reptilian. I have no fucking idea whatsoever. Like, no, he's not a reptilian. He just has a dry ass dick. The surface of it, the entire surface, from the top to the bottom to the shaft, it's dry. And it does not feel good when it did not feel good when it was inside me. It did not feel good. It felt horrible. It felt like something that I just wanted to be over with. I wasn't asking for more. I never asked for round two. I just was happy. It was a chore. I was just happy for it to be over. I swear to God, it was horrible. Comparing to other men. Comparing, I don't want to say other men. Okay. My significant other He's amazing. Okay, let's just put it like that. He is amazing. And it just feels like something that is supposed to be there. Like it just feels good because it's uncomfortable to a woman for a man to have a dry, prickly, crusty, and not crusty with like crust, but just crunchy. It was crunchy. And so I remember the first time me and my significant other made love, and my body was still healing from the other one. And it was so strange because, like, it was almost like because there was a prickly, it was a prickly dry thing, was the last thing that my vagina was remembering. So immediately she went on defense. But then slowly after she realized, oh, ooh la la, then it was like, mm. But honestly, the first few times we made love, like my body was still healing, like I said. The rest of the times was just amazing because it was like my body had to go through a healing process. I'm thinking about making some members only content so that I can talk to you guys about that because it was nothing but trauma. It was very traumatic, right? It was. It Having sex with that dude was a nightmare. It was literally a nightmare. And I don't know if he thought, I think that men can't tell the difference, I guess, because whatever sensation is happening, the woman is going to make noise. And I had to fake it for him but it was actually quite uncomfortable. And he would, you know how like some men will try to go like to the side or whatever. And I would just, it just felt like an invasion. It never felt right. It was horrible because the surface of his penis was like rocky road or something. It was weird. I figured out what bad dick is, and that's bad dick. I had never experienced that shit before. And I'm just like, I don't, he's been stalking like every day. He'll stalk today. And why would I sit and listen to anything that you have to say when I can sit here and either talk to my significant other, my children, do something else, listen to something that I enjoy. So I can't listen to it knowing that I know the truth. Like, dude, like, you need to go dip your entire fucking body in fucking cocoa butter. He needs to shut the entire fuck up. Not only is he physically repulsive, but he is intellectually and emotionally, financially, physically, spiritually repulsive. And I don't know if he thinks that he got it going home. I don't know if he thinks that he's good in bed, but he's not. He's not good in anything. And so it was something that crossed my mind while I was taking a shower. And I got to tell you, it was so weird because my vagina is back to normal. While I was dealing with him, it was almost like my vagina went into like a atropic, it was like atrophy or something. It was really horrible. I mean, oh my God, like I swear, man, hey, I'm gonna get into detail because I want to talk. I want to do some members only content because I want to talk about that. Okay, not trying to get nobody to join as a member because it's not what y'all think it is. It's all about the healing process of my Venus flytrap. Okay, I want to talk about like some stuff, some spell work that I had to do, healing work that I had to do because it was horrible. The sacrifice that I made for him every single time I had sex with him. He deserves to die for that shit. The sacrifice that I made, the months of healing. My body is still releasing old blood from where, because your body will do that. Women's bodies will do that, especially when they're not comfortable, especially when you're basically being forced to have sex with somebody that you don't want to, because you know that if you stop having sex with them, if you move back home, if you you can't even come out in social media and say that you've moved on. You can't do anything because this person is going to come to social media and do exactly what he's been doing. So I guess better now than then. I made sacrifices for him, laying up underneath him and experiencing what I experienced, which was borderline very painful. It was very uncomfortable. I did not enjoy it. It was a waste, a total waste of my time. The skin on his penis is so rough that it literally gave me mouth burns. Like it felt like that's sandpaper. Sandpaper is how you describe them shits. It's sandpaper. I kind of wanna Google that. Has anybody ever experienced having sex with a man where the surface of his penis feels like sandpaper? You might as well get that goddamn thing chopped the fuck off. That ain't doing nobody no good. Well, don't chop it off because you're gonna need it to pee. Stop having sex with women. Like, I guess some women might be okay with that. He seems like things are not working out with other women. It was just not. I'm just telling y'all, the dude has bad dick and he has a bad disposition. And I think that the state of your reproductive, because that's his reproductive organs, that's his sacral chakra. That is where all of his creativity is held and contained. No wonder he's not a good content creator either. No wonder the dude can't figure out what the fuck to talk about. No wonder he puts out trash content that only a psychotic Nimrod or Neanderthal or a fucking idiot or a very depressed and sad person would look at, would enjoy. You'd have to be coming from the same space. Sex is not your forte. If your penis feels like sand fucking paper, that shit was horrible. And what's crazy is that all of the little psychoettes or psychos in that sector, they'll be like, she might go back. Go back. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you something. Clearly, dude, the way he focuses a lot on sex, he thinks he's like some kind of sex king, king, sex king. I'm here to break the news to him. You need to go to a doctor and ask them why in the fuck is the surface of your dick so fucking rough. and you need to stop and refrain from having any sex at all, period. I personally feel like he's going to end up in prison or dead soon, personally, because of some of the things that he's done. Who the fuck knows? Uh, but maybe when you decide to move on with your fucking life, you'll probably have to do a few years in prison. Move on with your fucking life and accept that I have moved on and I ain't never leaving that nigga. Never, ever, ever, ever. Not just because he got good dick, but it's a lot of other reasons. A lot of other reasons. He is not verbally abusive. He is amazing. And you can't make him verbally abusive either. He's not weak-minded like you. Okay? No shade to the Geminis, but he's a weak-minded ass Gemini. My man is an Aries, and I have looked at his zodiac chart. Okay? I have looked at his birth chart, and he has an amazing fucking chart. Like, not saying that all Geminis are weak-minded, okay? Because I'm not saying that he is being persuaded to do that by any of those females. I'm not saying that, okay? He's been weak-minded his whole life. He's just weak. When the mind is weak, the body is weak, okay? If you're a weak-minded person, the body's going to be weak. Everything's going to be weak. So, I just wanted to say that, like, because I've been holding this in for months, and it's therapeutic. Because when I see him doing what the fuck he does, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, dude, literally, it felt like somebody was sticking like a fucking rock inside of me for almost 6 years, to the point where my vagina just could not get wet anymore. Literally, there's no, and it was dry, and he never had any pre-cum, and he only had a drop of sperm that came out with his ejaculate. I don't know what the fuck that shit is about. I'm not sure. I don't know if the dude was born a woman and maybe he had some kind of sex change or something. I have no fucking idea. Apparently not, because somebody has acknowledged that they have children for him. I don't know what the fuck would cause that to happen. I personally think somebody cursed his penis or something, because I didn't understand. Like the first time when I noticed it, like I noticed it immediately, but it got worse after a while. Like when it first started in 2019, like it was like it was just a little bit, but it just got drier and drier and rougher. It did. While he's running around doing the things that he does, it got worse. It's like his dick is aging like spoiled milk. It's really weird, but dick does not age. Neither does coochie. Dick and coochie don't age. I mean, unless a man is having erectile dysfunction or some shit like that. Don't nobody dick just turn dry like that just because they get older. That's something I think that he had always had that or something. I have no idea. But all I know is that when I hear him talk shit and I'm thinking, really? And I gave your ass some coochie? Really? And like, of course, I wasn't gonna stay with you, but at least I gave you some. Like, literally gave him some. Like, literally, this dude is in debt to me. Laying there, feeling this dry, hard, crusty thing that was not pleasurable. Literally turned my uterus became retroverted. Like, it's normal now. It's normal now. And he's always like, for example, if I were to unblock him right now, which I swear on my fucking life, I would never do that. Ever. Ever. Okay? For various fucking reasons. Okay? Fuck him. But if I were to unblock him and talk to him, he would initiate sexual intercourse with me. Dude, you need to go to the fucking doctor. You need cosmetic surgery. What the fuck is that? You need to go and get a skin graft or something. You need to like what the hell, is he a burn victim or something? I don't think so because his skin looks pretty normal to me. It's just dry. Why is he so dry? Why can't his skin be smooth? And I've actually witnessed him take a bath and put lotion on. I've witnessed him take a bath and put what was that he put on himself? I think it was either baby oil or something he rubbed on his skin. It's just like his everything just absorbs the moisture. It's like really fucked up. And he literally wants to try to force people to have sex with him. Like I can imagine that that is literally the chief complaint of every fucking woman that he fucking sleeps with is that he's horrible in bed. And the reason why is because he genuinely has bad dick. Genuinely. And I think he knows it. I think he knows it. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like I just want to forget about it. Like, but he won't let me forget about him, period. Like, all of it. Like, I just want to fucking forget about it. I just want to fucking forget about it. Like, not sex with him, because that's very forgettable. But the traumatic aspect of it, the actual trauma that occurred to my body, the actual trauma. Imagine the trauma when it was all said and done. You know how, like, when you know how a lot of women know their body, and you may check your cervix or something, let's put it like that so we don't have to be raunchy. The sheer trauma of doing that and not recognizing my body is something that I want to fucking forget about, because she's back to normal now. Like it just, and I'm sitting up here looking at him like, the fuck, like, really? Like, he needs to be, if he ever gets a woman in his life again, he needs to fucking appreciate her. She probably wouldn't want to have sex with him much. Probably would derive more pleasure if he just uses a condom, because at least a condom would be smooth, because the surface of his penis is rough. I swear to God it is. I would not fucking lie about it. He lies about everything. I wouldn't lie about no shit like that. I would not lie. I don't lie like that. I don't. Okay. I started to age too when I was sleeping with him. Like, I think it's some kind of some kind of attachment that he has. Anyway, he's surrounded by nothing but his enemies constantly. So nobody's gonna tell him the truth. Because I personally think that it's something that is possessing him, because that just doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it was really weird. In 2020, is it 2024? In 2024, if y'all remember when I was staying at In Town Suites in Georgia, if y'all remember, um, when I had broken up with him, I had to go through a process. Like, I had to get, what was some of the stuff that I got? I think it's a list of herbs that I got. I've got it saved in my phone. It dried me out. It literally dried me out. I could not get wet. I could not. It was like, it took months to heal from that. I've actually cleansed myself, like, all the way. Like, I did this one menstrual blood ritual, which they'll talk about it because they're idiots. They don't want you guys to know what to do to heal yourself. They don't want you to do that. And so that's why they're always trying to distract, because they're little, whatever it is, nanos, little orby spirits. Because people, okay, let me just tell y'all this. I feel that it's connected to incubus energy, okay? Incubuses are not your friend. They are not nobody's friend, okay? Just FYI. Succubuses are not either. But people, they don't realize that incubuses only can they okay, first of all, they're not these winged creatures. They look like little tiny orbs. That's what they look like. They're tiny. They're not these huge winged creatures. They're not. People don't even know what they look like. They look, they're small. They can grow because they can materialize when they attach to the uterus. He's got barnacles. That's what it is. It's barnacles. It's barnacles on his penis. It's not an STD, it's something else. Basically, incubuses, they are little tiny orbs like spirits. You know how spirits are orbs? That's what they look like. They don't look like huge winged creatures that are standing over you. You know, they're not even sitting on your chest. They're not spiritually or astrally sitting on your chest. They are pulling, and they're usually pulling from the reproductive organs, your sexual organs. They're pulling from the crown all the way down. That's why it feels like they're like sitting on your chest, but they're not fucking sitting on your chest. These are little bitty tiny fucking little fucking parasites. They're little bitty tiny fucking things. They're not big in size at all. Okay? Just FYI. Like, and what they do is they go inside of a woman's uterus and they will literally implant themselves. And so that's why a lot of women will start to have pregnancy symptoms. You may have heightened PMS. You may end up getting fucking fibroid tumors and shit, endometriosis, a lot of weird, funky shit. That's why do y'all think rape is considered so egregious? Eh, I mean, okay, the physical aspects of it, the physical trauma of rape is bad, right? We know that. We acknowledge that. Somebody trying to take from another person, that's horrible, okay? Imagine being raped by somebody that is infested with those bad spirits. Why do y'all think rape victims, like, literally, it destroys their lives? Like, I know at least one rape victim. Like, I know more than that, but there's one that I know personally, and she has never fucking been the same ever since. Never. Never. So, you don't know what that man is putting up in you. I am a living, breathing testimonial of that. And I don't give a shit what he says. What he says does not fucking matter. Only thing that matters is what I say. Because I'm the only one telling the fucking truth. Because everybody on this platform knows that if that dude would have left me alone months ago, if he would leave me alone, quit talking about me, harassing me, stalking me, I would have nothing to say to him. Everybody knows that. There would be no reason for me to say anything to him at all. That's not something that he wants. He wants me to acknowledge him. Okay, well, let's acknowledge you. Let's speak some truth here. Okay? Let's speak some truth here. I've been through enough. I've been through enough. That's all I gotta say is that I've been through enough. Like literally, it was nothing but sexual trauma. It was, and then to not only be celibate for years after having my son. And I don't really believe that I chose that. I do believe that somehow somebody got some kind of spell to work, which would never happen again. So nobody has to worry about that. I was a rookie. I was a rookie dabbling. I can honestly say that prior to 2020, I was dabbling. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Well, I knew what I was doing. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say I didn't know what I was doing when it comes to witchcraft. However, dealing with that was definitely dabbling. You have no idea. Like, there is a series of things that you can do to heal your body, though, and your spirit, because your sacral energy, your reproductive organs is definitely one of the major compounds, or because that's where creation starts. You see what I'm saying? So that's like a very important aspect, and hopefully y'all can hear me. That's like a very important aspect of your physical, metaphysical, and spiritual being. And so, that's one of the reasons why men like that need to be checked. They need to be checked. They don't need to be running rampant, running around here doing whatever they want to do. I just felt like sharing that with you guys. I'm just so happy that I'm not dealing with it anymore, is all I gotta say. So that's one of the reasons why every day is a fucking amazing day for me. I ain't gotta put up with that shit. I don't have to deal with that shit. And I got something. I got my true love, and it ain't nothing. Nothing anybody can fucking do about that. Nothing. Okay. And yes, I have saw them. I've seen them. I've picked up on them and sensed them trying to break me and my significant other up, even though they don't know who the fuck he is with they stupid asses. I bet you after they learn their lesson, they not gonna ever pick up a fucking candle and try to do no fucking spiritual work ever fucking again. They need to sit they fake asses down, and they need not to fuck with real love because they can't handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was almost like they was like, oh, well, you telling us all this, we gonna throw the evil eye at you. Don't know bad. Yo, evil eye ain't got no motherfucking power over here. Shit. You ain't got no power with me. You don't know what the fuck you dealing with and what they're facing. What they are actually fucking, well, they do know. That's why they've been running around here crying every damn day. Anyway, that's pretty much it, you guys. I am getting ready to lay it down. The sun's coming up. It's time for me to go to sleep. Y'all have a happy Monday, okay? All right. My right hand is up to God. I have spoke nothing but the truth, and that's how I feel. And if people want to argue about that, that's fine. Let them argue. I'm not going to listen. I know how I feel and what I felt. So, and I was not never feeling that, you know. He put himself in the position to be told the harsh truth. You know what I'm saying? He bought it on himself. His feelings are going to be hurt. Well, you shouldn't have been stalking me. What are you doing? You've been stalking me since last year. You just going to keep going? Okay, it's now June. It's now June. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how I feel. All right. This is the truth. Signing off.